My name's James Robson and I'm a web designer developer. I always wanted to be a web designer from the age of about maybe sort of 14, 15 when I first started kind of using the internet. And I decided to kind of teach myself how to do it then when I was at school. And that kind of progressed, went to university to do it, and then got my first job in London as a web designer. The course at university was very productive, but it wasn't kind of just associated with web design. It was sort of more about all the creative aspects of computing. So there was kind of computer animation, graphic design, web design, media, video editing, all those kind of things. Start learning straight away. You can literally hop onto Google and start learning how to do it anytime. It's really, I'm going to make myself, make it sound really sort of a bit too easy here, but it is so easy to learn how to start making websites. You can just kind of do a couple of search terms in Google and find out how to code HTML or, do some sort of graphics to go on a website or anything like that, and it's just really easy to get into. I would recommend people going to university if they wanted to pursue a career in web design, mainly because if you're self-taught completely, you can get into some bad habits and you don't really sort of realise exactly what the right way of doing things is. So at least when you sort of taught how to do it in a structured environment, you will always know the sort of the correct way of doing things and, not sort of make mistakes further down the line. You're much more employable as long as you've got a degree behind you. One of the first things I did when I graduated was I created a portfolio of all of the work that I'd done sort of so far, and tried to present it in as good a way as I possibly could. And it just kind of involved creating a basic website with links to other different websites that I'd done, and kind of explained how I'd done them and what kind of technologies and software I'd used to create them. And that really gives a good indication of what you're capable of, and employers kind of look at that, I think, more than they even look at your CV, because it really does show your potential straight away. I got my first job just by applying to everything I could under the sun. I was going in all of the different papers, all of the job sites, and applying to everything, and eventually I got a breakthrough and moved to London. One of the things I love the most about website design is that you can have a client that has an idea of how they want their website to look, but you really have an input into how that actually will turn out in the end, because you're the expert, and you can say, if they want something that you think is going to look completely ridiculous, then you can say, no, I honestly think this is probably a better way to go about it. And because of you're an expert in your field, they really do sort of listen to what you say, and they take notice, and they kind of take your opinions into consideration. Best things about my job is that I love what I do. I get to design stuff, and I think I get a real buzz out of the fact that millions of people around the world can see your work really easily, and it's just kind of you've got an open audience there that are really easy to promote to. Working hours are also pretty good, especially if you're freelance. You can sit there in your pants doing your work, and it's just one of those things. I just love doing it.